Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm here to show you how to reattach thinning or detach dreadlocks, and it can be for two strands or regular dreads. So as y'all can see, I was already working on this one earlier, and it's back in there good. You see, I'm pulling pretty good, and it's in there. And I also put the clip on there to help it set. But anyways, I'm gonna show y'all the dread that I'm gonna be working on right here. You can see it's thinning. And right here to the back, I already have a clip there because I was not gonna fix it, but I kind of don't like how thin it is right here. Because eventually, this is how your locks break whenever they get thin. Okay, y'all can see how thin it is right there. So this is the main problem. It looks like this dread. This other dread here seems pretty fine. So I'm gonna show y'all with this one dread. And this is where it probably would break eventually like that at the weakest part. So once you have this broke like that, you're gonna need your tool. All you're gonna need for this is pretty much your crochet hook and either some beeswax or any kind of dreadlock gel. And if you're using beeswax, you're only gonna need a little bit of that. So you're gonna put some on that, and you're also gonna put a little bit of wax on the dread it's going to, and then make sure that that dread is also tight. And if you don't know how to tighten your locks, you want to make sure the hook is away from your finger, and then you put it inside that lock, and then you just start pulling back and forth as fast as you can, make it go quicker. And then you can pull it out whenever you get to a good tightness level, and then you just keep working your way down. You want to try to start from your root when you're tightening, and any part that's lumpy or any part that's loose and not tight, that's where you want to put the needle in and start push. You want to push it through and then push it back and forth through your dreadlock. And you don't want to pull it out every single time until you're ready to move on to the next area. And then you want to continuously twist your dread, the hair around it, and twist it all in that lock together and keep using your crochet hook all the way down to the bottom of the lock that you're working on. And the lock that you're gonna be reattaching, you want to either make sure it's long like this to where it can wrap around another dread, or if it's short, you want to have it. I'm gonna try to show y'all by the one that I'm reattaching. If it's shorter like this, then you could just pick it out some, so you can have some more area for reattachment. And you can also take this out, but sometimes I just leave this in. Like if you have two strand twists and one is getting thin, you maybe can reattach it. Or if both of them come out, you can also do the same, which it'll be the same method. You just will have to do it for both. You have to start on one side and then do the other. But you want to start really from closest to the edge. You don't want to start picking this out from the middle because it's going to be very hard. You want to go all the way to the edge and then work your way down. And that's gonna help it puff out like this, so it's easier for you to reattach it. You don't have to put out a lot of hair, and try not to like pull any of the hair off of the edge. You just want it to be loosened up so you can use it. You don't want to pull it out. So like this is get in there. I'm trying to get that middle part out some. And if you get a clump of hair, that's fine. You just throw it away. But you want to try to keep as much hair as you can. So sometimes you might have to keep going if you do, which is fine. It's really not a big deal. You just want to get enough hair that you can use to reattach. Now this is pretty good right here because we already have that other side that has some hair. Get a little bit more wax. And what you want to do is you kind of want to wrap it like this. So one is going to go on top and then the other one on bottom. And then you're kind of going to wrap them around each other, only on the ends. So this one is going around and up the dread, and the other side is going around and down the dread. And then you're going to kind of twist it with your fingers with the wax to make it as tight as you can. Then you're going to take your crochet hook, go straight through that middle area where you reattached it, right by where your finger is. Make sure you go slow. You don't want to poke yourself. It's going to be going right in between your index finger and your thumb and back and forth. The hook should be slightly touching your thumb, but not enough to scratch it. And then you're just going to keep on twisting it around. Keep twisting it up and twist the bottom part down the dreadlock that you're reattaching it to. Hang in there if y'all still working on it. I know it's not easy and you really gotta stick to that dread, but I promise you it's gonna eventually get to that point to where it's strong, but sometimes you gotta find the right spot to tighten into that dread, and sometimes you might be too close to the edge, and sometimes you might not have enough hair to reattach it to. So right now, this is how it looks. Very strong. Not completely straight, but very strong. And this one here, let's see how strong it is. Looks like it's gonna come out. So sometimes when you're reattaching your dreads, it might not have enough length to, connect back to where you have enough hair. You see, like this. So sometimes you can use a little bit of hair to help. And it's pretty much gonna be the same method for reattaching. You wanna get your crochet hook and get your hair, I guess, fluffed out, or I don't know what you could really call this, but combed out. There you go. Comb out the edges. A little bit of beeswax. And then I'm gonna put this straight on the smaller piece. Wrapping it around just like I showed y'all. And then twisting. Remember, go from the top of the dread or the middle part where you connected it and just keep going down. Don't start at the bottom or skip to the bottom. Make sure everything is tight before you move down. Okay, it got pretty tight right here. And y'all can barely tell that it was, I guess, extended, you could call it. And we're gonna go ahead and put the other side back. So, if you got your two strands, you could just reattach it like this and then twist it back up. You don't even have to really take off the end rubber band, but if you want to, you can. But since that's not where the dread is really breaking from, you could really just leave the rubber band there. And then, same method, cross them and twist them. Tight. A little bit of beeswax or dreadlock gel, whatever you got. So here we are, we got them both attached. Pretty strong, no more thin. So pretty much we just twist it back up. Take your clip, clip it down to the root. All right, y'all. That's pretty much it. The goal is to make it look like there's nothing like reattached. So y'all pretty much couldn't tell probably where I reattached this at, like 100%. Like could be down here. Like you really just can't tell. It just looks healthy. So that's what you want. And then after you finish retwisting, you always want to clip it to make sure it's gonna set. And yeah, I'm probably gonna work on this one next. You see, it's got a little bit of thinning right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If y'all got any questions, let me know.